Good afternoon.
Hello again, Dave. How you doing?
We are live. I'm fine and dandy. I had a bit of a bit of a croaky throat over the weekend, but I'm fine and dandy now. Had a quick trip to Canada over the weekend as well, Jake.
Just a quick jaunt.
Just a couple of hours, yeah. Just a couple of hours over to Ottawa and back. Obviously virtual.
All right.
A virtual tasting, yeah. Traveling without leaving, no passport required. Yeah. I hosted a little whiskey tasting with the Ottawa Whisky Guild, which was a lot of fun on Saturday evening. That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yes, it's always good to do those. They just called me up and said, we've got some boutique whiskies. Would you come and present them with us? I'd love to.
They contacted the right man.
And I must have done something right, because they've invited me back to do another one later when they get another collection of boutique whiskies together. Quite a big society, hundreds of members nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, other than that, everything's tickety-boo. It's just started raining again here, just what we needed. Just after the road that we were talking about last week reopened on Monday, partially reopened. Went up to have a look at it. That's not flooded anymore, but yeah, they're still working on it.
Dave is free. The Free Dave campaign has been successful.
Yeah. How are you, sir?
I'm grand, yeah. Super busy as we head to Christmas, but as ever, I'm available and willing to come and help you out, Dave, as Alex is off. Can't remember what her excuse is now, but off doing something important, off at some event or something.
Gallivanting.
Gallivanting, yeah. So here I am to
I try not to gallivant.
spin some wheels for you.
I try not to gallivant on a Tuesday, but I'll be gallivanting on Thursday this week. I'm down in London Thursday evening, talking about rye whiskey this week. Yeah, I'll be talking about rye.
Always.
Anyway, we have some competitions. We've got 10 tickets to draw. How many whiskies? Well, there's a collection of 4, there's a collection of 3, and there's a collection of 4. So yeah, there's quite a lot of whiskies involved. But let's move on to next week. I've had a look at what's up next week, and there are some bangers in there. I think I mentioned a few of them last week as well, as I got a
sneaky reveals you were doing. Yeah,
I did, yeah. And that Bushmills sold out. I saw the Bushmills 32-year-old from 1991 has sold out on the tickets there.
Nice.
But there are tickets available for just about everything else. Yes, there's a few of them that are looking a bit thin on tickets. Like there's not many left. So if you want to get into that Glen Scotia collection, for example, you better shift, because there's only 10 tickets, I think, left when I looked earlier this afternoon. And there's a few tickets left for the Cameron Bridge 30. But yes, it's a big collection of whiskey there. There's the big one is the Balvenie 30-year-old. That's the big boy. There's a collection of 4 Bamore, the 21-year-old and 22-year-old Aston Martin Masters Selection editions. All 4 are them. So that's pretty exciting. So the collection of Glen Scotia, 5 bottlings from the Glen Scotia distillery. They're always very popular. So there's not an awful lot of them around. So you better be
really
quick.
Nice, yeah.
There's the Fino Casks collection from Dictador Rum.
All of those are, there's some serious whiskey in there, and definitely a load of tasty stuff too. It's piqued my interest on a load of those.
Yeah, there is some serious stuff. Now, one I want to particularly shout about is that Glengarry 30-year-old. It is a boutique release. I do know it very well, and it's one of those old school Glengarrys that just make me smile every time I think about it. It's just, when I took it out, when we released this, everyone fell in love with this. It is just a glorious old school boutique whiskey. It's got a silly movie reference on the label. A Glorious 33rds is a reference to a cinema series that we did with some very shockingly bad puns, movie posters. It's just a glorious label and an absolutely beautiful whiskey. That's when they used to do their own floor malting and peat their own barley in those olden days. So that's coming up next week, and I've just seen a new load of tickets, competitions added. There's a new 6 up there at the moment. There's a 32-year-old Macallan from Forgotten Gems. I didn't tell you about that last week. There's some Yamazaki limited editions from 2015, 2016. So much sought after annual limited. So these must have been off a private collection that we picked up and we put them up for auction. Competition. There's another Rosebank here, 32-year-old. This is from a release 3. This is an official release here. It's old Rosebank, always a delight. If you're a cognac fan, there's a whole collection of 6, all 6 XO cognac collections. So that's a collection of 10-year-old and above XO. Cognacs here. There's the NSC XO, the Martel XO cognac, the Courvoisier, the Maxime, the Camas, and Remy Martin. So just huge.
All the big XOs.
All of the XOs. Yeah, huge collection. That's pretty impressive. That is. And I'm going to upstage that slightly. For just £5, you can have a whole collection of 7 Old Pulteney whiskies.
So
that's their core range plus a few of their specials there from the Coastal series. Absolutely a wonderful little collection there of 7. I do like a bit of Old Pulteney, I must admit.
Every week I come and help you on these, and every week I know like the sort of standard of ridiculous stuff that people are winning, but you reel them off, and I'm like, what?
I know, we do this every week, and I'll look at it and think, oh wow, you surpassed yourself again.
It's crazy. It's fantastic.
7 Old Pulteneys for £5, and just 125 tickets available. So that's a lovely little collection if you like your whiskey from Old Pulteney. It's a cracking collection there. I know the core range. I don't know the special releases there. You can't taste them all. There is a Kiro. I can't know how. I've got to learn how to pronounce that properly. Exclusive whiskey collection. I'm a big fan of what this Finnish distillery is doing with their rye. So there's some beautiful stuff here. The wood smoked and great rye whiskey. It's a collection of 4 there, say just for £5.
It's great stuff.
Lots of good stuff coming up. What else is coming up? Well, we'll talk about that later. I think maybe I'll give you a little sneak preview. I guess it's time
today, Dave.
Say?
What are people winning today?
What people are winning today? We've got, say, 10 tickets to draw, some rum, a lot of whiskey, and mostly Scotch. Yes, mostly Scotch, although there is a rather nice collection of Yamazaki, the Tsukuriwake Selection from Yamazaki and Hakushu, 18-year-olds, Isla Peach.
Tsukuriwake, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's 4 syllables, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5 syllables. Crikey, more syllables you can poke a stick at. Anyway, let's start with some rum. And it's a Japanese rum. So I've sandwiched Japan to start with and Japan to finish. It's almost like I put these in some sort of order. This is a craft rum, Tida craft rum, 21 years old, from the Okinawa-based Helios distillery. New American oak barrels, only 2,500 bottles were produced. As connoisseurs of Japanese spirit, looks beautifully packaged, as just about everything from Japan is. This was just £5 a ticket, about £500 a bottle to buy over here. Let's pick that winner, Jake, if you're ready with that wheel.
Got it. I'm ready.
Excellent. Spin that.
Okay, in we go. First lot. Best of luck, everyone. Peter B. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Peter. Enjoy that rum. Wonderful. Tell us what you think of it. I don't know anything. I must admit. Okay, up next is a collection from the wonderful Glenfiddich distillery, a collection of 4 bottles here. Their core releases, all of them are their core releases from their 12-year-old, which you'll find in just about any decent bar in the world. Glenfiddich 12, a classic single malt that you should be able to find just about anywhere. Their 15-year-old Solara vat, which is quite unique and a wonderful experience if you can get to see the Solara vats on a tour there, if you get a tour up to the distillery. The gorgeous 18-year-old, it is a big favourite of mine, the Glenfiddich 18-year-old. I've always been a big fan of that. And their 21-year-old in here, which is the rum cask finish. So there's a cracking little collection of Glenfiddich here. Now, this again, just £5 for this ticket. To buy these, over £325 at retail price. But we just give that away for a £5 ticket. So it did sell out pretty quickly. Let's pick that winner.
Okay, here we go. Here's Derek T. Congratulations. Nice collection there.
A lovely collection. Speyside. We're staying in Speyside for the next one. There we go. This is a secret Speyside from the independent bottler Signet Vintage. This is one of their secret Speysides. It's an 18-year-old from 2005. It's got a cask number. It's a cask strength collection and a beautiful decanter. It's also in a little tin with the label on the outside as well.
It does also, I don't know if anyone clocked this or if it said it on the page or anything, but there is an M in brackets just floating around. The signatory just popped there. Just don't know what that could possibly stand for, Dave.
Is there an M on it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's really small after the 18 there. You can't really see it on this screen, but
I see. I wasn't sure if that was a TM, but it is a little M, is it? M, the Speyside. I wonder. If they put a G, that would make it a little bit harder, wouldn't it?
That would certainly, yeah.
So this has spent its time maturing in a first fill Oloroso. So this is a distillery that uses a lot of sherry casks. This is first fill Oloroso sherry butt, and it yielded just 665 bottles at natural cask strength. It sold out pretty quickly, as a lot of you actually, I think most of you have guessed which distillery this comes from. So it's always very popular when these ones come out. And let's pick a winner with that. Wheel is ready. It is indeed.
Here we go. Yeah. Best of luck. It is Gavin B. Congratulations, Gavin.
Congratulations, Gavin. A beautiful looking bottle. I'm sure the whiskey will be as good as single cask. And not many people get to try that. As you say, there was only 665 bottles produced, so very few people get to try something like that. Up next, it's a 25 from Speyside. We're going to go to the Highlands for this 25-year-old Edra. Once upon a time, it was Scotland's smallest distillery. That was before the plethora of distilleries that started being built all over Scotland, from tiny little farm distilleries. But it is still a little farm distillery, a very picturesque little distillery. They still use some direct fire kilns. There's a worm tub in there. This 25 years old, maturing in a host of Oloroso sherry butts before it's bottled at cask strength. So this has been bottled at 55.6. It's batch strength rather than cask strength, as it's a number of casks put together. But yes, been sitting in a warehouse for 25 years. Let's pick a winner.
And that is Niall G. Congratulations, Niall. It's
Congratulations.
Pretty jealous there.
Okay, where should we go to next? Let's go to Campbelltown for this Hazelburn. Hazelburn is the most difficult to find, I think, of the Springbank whiskies. They make 3 stars of whiskey at the Springbank distillery, all floor malted, all made by hand. The majority of the whiskey made there is the Springbank brand. They also make the Long Row, which is their peated version of Springbank. And Hazelburn is a really
peated, isn't it? Yeah.
And Hazelburn is really special because this is triple distilled. Hazelburn, rare as I say, rocking horse shit. You very rarely see an awful lot of Hazelburn. This is 2007. It's a special release from the 2018 Campbelltown Whisky Festival. So it's been 10 years in a masala wine hoggy. This will be sort of cask strength 59.6%. Just you wouldn't be able to find this unless you went to the Festival of Malts. And this one was a private collection. Someone obviously offloaded it, went there, and then decided to clear their collection out to us. So we thought we'd put it up here. Someone will put that into their collection soon. You don't see a lot of Hazelburn around these days, I must admit. I don't suppose they last long when they come out anyway.
They certainly don't. No, right. It's a treat. Okay.
I remember the old Hazelburn CV was always a lovely. I remember the CV series.
Yeah, I remember. It is John E. Congratulations.
Congratulations, John. Enjoy that old Hazelburn there from a few years ago. Okay, from just like the festivals, from the festival on Campbelltown Malt Festival just precedes the Isla Festival of Whisky, or the music and tradition and the Feshila. We're going to go to Isla next for a wonderful old 16-year-old Bamor from the Character of Isla series. These are beautiful bottles of beautiful whiskies. Stories of wind and wave, which is exactly, if you've been on a stormy day on Isla, that's all you're going to get, wind and waves. It can get pretty stormy over there, right on the Western Isles. This is what's that? 16 years old, single cask, matured in a refill bourbon barrel before being bottled at cask strength. So this is one single cask, bottled as we found it, and put into a beautiful bottle and a little label on there telling the stories of the wind and wave. Let's pick a winner.
Let's do it. Nearly read out the wrong name then because I'm just watching it stop. That is Paul D. Congratulations, Paul.
Congratulations, Paul. We're staying in Isla for something rather new. It's the new Octomore series, 15. It's Octomore 15. It's a trio of 3, 15.1, 2, and 3. Octomore known for its extreme levels of peatiness, and some of them have been mind-blowing. You have to look at which vintage. They normally publish the ppm on a website somewhere. I'm sure it will be the Bruichladdich website, which is where I've got most of that information from, but different harvests, different years. And this is where they let the barley, when they kiln the barley, they leave the smoke in it all the way through for it to fully dry rather than just flavour the malt. So it's intensely peaty. And these have got 3 different, I think 1.1, 2, and 3. There'll be an Isla barley in there. There'll be, some different styles here. But the whole collection here, if you wanted to go and buy them, you'll be looking at almost £500. This was £5 a ticket, and it sold out pretty quickly.
No doubt.
Let's pick that winner.
It is Matthew B. Congratulations, very nice.
I hope you like them smoky.
Well, they're ridiculously peated, aren't they? But actually, because of the tall stills and the distillation process, they've got like a bit of that finesse as well. But yeah, you still need to like it smoky.
You still need to like them smoky, yeah. But yes, they do come across. They're all very different each year. They are very, very different. Yeah. Okay, we're on to the final three. There's the final countdown, the big ones. We're going to start in the lowlands. We mentioned Rosebank before. There's just a handful of bottles of this one. Was it just 13? Unlucky for some. 26-year-old. This is a remnant that's hanging around that were put in the into bottles. So just 13 bottles were available. 26-year-old Rosebank, the long closed and now reopened distillery, triple distilled light lowland malt from Falkirk.
Of course, they're starting from scratch, aren't they? But I'm sure they've tried to replicate as much as possible. The equipment, the original equipment was stolen, and we've spoken about this before because we've had. I feel like we're giving the wrong impression of how prevalent Rosebank is in the world, Dave, because we seem to have so much of the Rosebank on these competitions.
But there's a Rosebank next week as well, which is a 30.
Yeah.
One of the old ones. You don't see an awful lot of Rosebank around these days, and it is incredibly expensive. It is beautiful. The old, you still see those old flora and fauna bottlings turn up every now and again. Someone must have stashed lots of them away over the years. They're not cheap these days, that's for sure. But with the distillery reopening, we've still got to wait for a long time before we're going to get some whiskey out of them.
Indeed.
Anyway, let's pick a winner for this one.
Yeah, this is a real treat.
I think so.
It's going to Ian B. Huge congratulations, Ian. Well done.
Well, Ian thinks it's a real treat as well.
Well, no, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
Okay, there we go. Right, we're going to go back to Speyside, from the lowlands up to Speyside. We're going to go to a real Macallan. It's got the big M on the label. This was a 10-year-old. It's a 1 litre cask strength edition, a 1 litre, sadly discontinued. So this is one for the collectors. This would have been around in travel retail many years ago, up by the looks of things. A few years ago, travel retail. It's been a long time. Yeah, cask strength 10-year-old from the Macallan. Always highly desirable. To find something like this, you're looking at well over £1,500 at auction. So whoever bought a ticket, good luck to you, because we're going to spin that wheel.
Let's do it. Richard L. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Richard.
Yeah, big stuff.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, and now the big one. From Japan, we're back to the 2024 selection, Yamazaki's and one Hakushu. So these are all 2024 releases. There's an 18-year-old Mizunawa cask from Yamazaki. There's a 2024 18-year-old peated malt from the Hakushu distillery. And then there's the Isla peated malt and Golden Promise, which was a strain of barley that was prevalent in the 60s. You don't see an awful lot of Golden Promise around these days as barley strains evolve, all about yield. But Golden Promise was one of those malts that Macallan hung on from for a long time while everyone else had moved on. So yes, one of those revered malts for flavour. So to get this little collection of 4 whiskies today, you are looking at over £3,000 for this little collection, over £12 a ticket. So whoever wins this, it's an absolute steal. So good luck to everyone who did buy a ticket. I'm sorry we can't all be winners, but one of you will be. Let's pick.
This is, yeah, as you say, super cool and pretty brand new too.
Very brand new. Yeah.
Get that wheel up one more time, Dave.
Wow. There's a few names on that one.
Best of luck. It's spin it. Oh, I always get nervous on the big one. Right, let's go. David P. Congratulations, David. Awesome collection coming your way.
A wonderful collection. Yeah.
Nice.
That is. That's it. That's our lot for today. Thank you very much if you're tuned in. If you're watching this on catch up, I hope the winners are happy with their little prizes that we've got there. Those 10 prizes that we've just drawn. Don't forget to keep your eyes peeled on masterofmalt.com competitions. There are another 4 new whiskies being added sometime this week for the week after competition. I had a quick sneak peek. If you are watching here, there is a 21-year-old Bunnahabhain coming up later this week. Cast Strength Edition 2024, so a brand new whiskey. There is a collection of Glenmorangie Tales collection. That's Tale of the Forest, Tale of Ice Cream, and Tale of Tokyo. So that's a nice little collection. We haven't had any Ardbeg on collection for a little while. And there's an anthology duo next coming up soon. There's a 13-year-old and the 14-year-old, Harpy's Tale and the Unicorn's Tale. Lots of stories going on here, I see.
Yeah.
Tales from Glenfiddich and Tales from Art. Oh, they're both owned by the same people, aren't they? Of course, that's why there's. Yeah. And there's a rather lovely Craigellachie 19-year-old. I do like how Craigellachie use lots of prime numbers for lots of their releases. They use a collection of prime numbers. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but as an engineer and a mathematician, that's kind of cool. Anyway, they're coming up as well. So keep your eyes peeled for the next couple of days when they come up as well.
See, we go down when we go for an Indian takeover, some of the staff here, Justin says that the correct number of poppadoms to order is, what is it? Is it the number of people or the number of people divided by 2? But then the important bit is you then round up to the nearest prime number, regardless of the number of people. And we didn't do it when he wasn't there, and apparently, like, it's we're now going to be cursed because we didn't do it properly.
Oh, I've been for an Indian for a long time. An Indian restaurant.
There you go. That's something to do, Dave. More homework for you.
Again, yes. Okay. Got sardines on toast, grilled sardines on toast tonight. There we go. Right, there it is. We've digressed.
No problem. It's good to see you, Dave, always. And huge congratulations to our winners, and do send us some photos of your delighted faces when you receive your bottles.
We always look forward to seeing them. Makes our day when we see some lovely, happy faces with the bottles landing safely. Farewell, and until this time next week, I'll be back.